Welcome to this week's review and recap of Celebrity Apprentice. So everyone's like, oh, Gene Simmons really took a bullet for Nely last week, and then everyone, like, there's half of the people saying that, and then the other half are like, no, he wanted to go.
He wanted to go. He had something to do. He had to go be on Ugly Betty this week.
Yeah, did you see him?
It was crazy.
It was so funny. If you didn't see
it,
look it up or something, because it was amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
Tito got to present his check for $20,000 to the sweet little girl Elizabeth for the St. Jude's Hospital Fund. And she was really sweet. Yeah. She deserved every penny of that and about $1 million more.
The guest judge in for Don Jr. He's been there for like one episode and then he left.
He came at the beginning to get his check, and you'll see on the final he'll be there to get his check for the whole thing.
Yeah, so... do we say who it is?
It's the guest judge McMahon, by the way.
Vince McMahon.
And,
the wrestling guy.
He's looking undeliciously creepy.
How did his hair grow back so fast?
I don't know. The whole challenge
is
selling tickets to 8 Broadway shows. 4 for the women and 4 for the men.
Yeah.
But they have to negotiate for which shows that they want.
Oh, we'll get to that.
I know.
So, project manager for the women, Marilu Henner.
Negotiator is going to be Omarosa.
Yeah, Marilu's been on Broadway like 6 times. So, I think she knows a little something about the business.
I think so too. And Vinny is the PM for the men. And he's going to be in Chicago.
He was recently in Chicago.
And the Donald thought he was actually going to jump on a plane and go to Chicago.
Donald,
but he's in the musical Chicago. Okay, so Steven really wanted to be the negotiator.
He did. And
he was
Vinny
having a shit
like,
fit.
no, I'm taking Lennox Lewis instead.
Yeah, so...
this negotiation was weird as hell.
Very weird.
Omarosa was like whispering to Marilu the whole time, and she was like bending over so her skirt was like revealing her.
And you know, it was really weird because Vinny was like, alright ladies, I want you to pick 2. Oh, you can't have those 2.
So they picked 2, and he was like, no, you can't have those, I want that. I won't let this happen. So...
it was weird, and then he like, grabbed a bunch of them, and then that was it. So
then in the end, the women got Curtains, Hairspray, Avenue Q, and Spring Awakening.
And the men got Chicago, Rent, Spamalot, and the Drowsy Chaperone.
Yes.
Okay, so Nely is having delusions of grandeur.
She thinks she's a star.
I'm a star.
She's like, I'm going to call all of my friends and make so much money because I'm a star.
I have strong Latino women friends. I don't have any other friends besides Latino women friends that are strong.
If I hear you talk about how you're Latina one more time, I'm going to be pissed.
There was a funny little exchange.
One of many.
In between Steven and Piers this week. And as usual, the only way it can be properly illustrated is through the use of props. So it went a little something like this.
So, when are we going to start calling people, like, celebrities and such to come down and buy tickets?
Well, I think the bottom line here is not celebrity, it's selling tickets.
You are a shallow little fool. We need to get the celebrities.
Hey, I'm not calling any celebrities. I told you that already. This is a boomerang. It's going to come back and it's going to bite you, Piers.
You are an idiot. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Come on now, don't be laying your British shows on me there. I know you're big in Britain and everything, but this is America, pal.
Well, I just called Sir Richard Branson, and on behalf of Virgin, they will be paying $10,000.
Whoa, what? $10,000? You're my best friend.
I love you, man.
I think we should do a Broadway show together.
As many idiotic things that we say to each other, we still are able to make out at the end of the day.
Wow.
Maybe it wasn't exactly like that.
That was really spooky. I feel dirty now.
You should, because you took it too far with those grunts. So, yeah.
I'm a pig. What do you want?
So anyway.
So Tito, Piers, and Steven were in the control room there calling all their...
they were calling their connections.
Yeah. And like we said, Richard Branson is going to be given $10,000 for tickets.
He's going to be sending 2 reps.
Right. From Virgin Atlantic.
Whatever.
2 stewardesses.
There's so much stuff
flight
going
attendants.
On there, so.
David Hyde Pierce showed up for the women's team. Marilu called him.
Frasier guy.
I know, and you know what? He was such a dud. He just stood there like an idiot.
Alright, so what am I supposed to do here?
They didn't really use him to his full potential. And Carol and Jenny got stuck doing the...
In the back, again, in the tent.
The behind-the-scenes work.
Come on, let them show what they have.
Come on, everybody knows that hoe Carol Alt. Get her out in front there. Come on, she's only been on the cover of like a zillion magazines.
Jenny Finch too. She's like
a
hero to so many little kids and stuff.
I know.
Come on.
Everybody knows her from the Olympics, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you worldwide, Marilu. Alright, so Piers was a real sport in this episode.
He was, because he dressed up like King Arthur from Spamalot.
And he had a giant ferocious rabbit.
Oh my god, I want one of those. I want one.
They actually had them at the store. Mm. Okay, so he thought Americans were pretty rude.
He did, because he would be like, oh, who wants tickets? And he'd be like, you like Broadway shows? And people would just like look at him and be
Come on, it's New York, Piers. If I saw some jackass dressed up like King Arthur holding a giant rabbit, I certainly would not talk to him.
I would take the rabbit and run. I'd be like, give me that.
Wow, so Bob Saget showed up too because he's in the Drowsy Chaperone.
What is that about? Does anyone know?
Yeah,
Let me know, because I want to know.
It's about a drowsy chaperone.
Not a chaperone?
No. So Trace Adkins got in on the action too, and he called the record company EMI. Oh. And they sent some money over too. Mm-hmm. And he tried to talk to some Austrians.
Yeah.
On the street, but they didn't really speak English, and he told them
He's
to
like,
give
go over
them
there
all
and
his
give
money.
them all your money.
Yeah.
Just dump out your purse. This is the voice of God.
I know, and he could have been. And then Piers finally realized he needs to capitalize on the people who are on vacation in New York who know him. So he sold a lot. You know, hey,
because
Piers Morgan
he
here.
Said all the little British people were like, oh my god, it's Piers Morgan! What are you doing here? You look like a fool in that.
Nely was let down by her Latinas.
Yeah, because she sent some of her peeps to go get cashier checks or whatever.
They made it back like 2 minutes over the time limit because they only had 2 hours to sell these tickets.
So while she was waiting for them, she was like, where's my Latinas?
Where's my I called my Latinas and my Latinas aren't here. Where are they? Have you seen my Latinas?
¿Dónde están?
Well, it's time for the boardroom, so the laughter is over.
Mm-hmm. This is serious business.
I was a little nervous because Vinny seemed pretty quiet.
He did.
You know, like...
He was like, I don't know if we won this
We won.
And Marilu was like, oh, we won
We definitely won. I know we won. Mm-hmm. We had David Hyde Piers there. We won. So...
Vinny was like, Piers worked the hardest this challenge.
He did. He was his hero.
He got to 10,000 in, and he dressed up like King Arthur.
Right.
So the final results, the women sold 31,000 and change.
But the men, 33,000 and change.
So yeah, they pulled it out yet again.
4th time in a row.
And there's only been 4 challenges.
They're making those bitches their bitches. I know.
So if Nely could have gotten her Latinas to come back in time,
they probably would have won. That's right. So, $50,000 will be going for the Lust Garden Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer.
And the remaining money that was made will be going to the Fund for Public Schools.
Excellent. Wow. So, yeah, there was a weird little speech, too, about how
his daughter's stepfather
the guy who raised her, yeah, and he had pancreatic cancer, and that's why he was playing for
charity. So it'll be donated in his name.
Right.
Back in the boardroom.
Right. Everybody's saying how Carol's flying under the radar.
You know, maybe you should give her a chance to do something.
Yeah, but maybe you shouldn't say people are flying under the radar when they're doing the real work.
She was doing all the credit cards and everything.
I know.
Counting. That's important.
That is very important. And Jenny, too. She was selling the tickets. Who else was doing that? Nobody. You were standing around like a bunch of jerks.
Yeah.
And Marilu was totally thrown under the bus by Nely.
Nely was like, I don't think she should have been PM.
No.
Why? She's the
Broadway one.
In Broadway.
It was your Latinas that kept from winning, you know? This is ridiculous.
You're not a star.
Marilu.
Una estrella.
Marilu must really be afraid of Nely because she didn't take her back into the boardroom.
What the hell is going on?
She brought back Jenny and Carol. I saw this one coming a mile away.
Marilu, I liked you before and I don't anymore.
No. So Ivanka says Marilu has to stay because she's the only chance that that team ever has of winning.
Basically, the women's only hope for winning a challenge.
The reason why Marilu brought back Jenny and Carol was because she feels that they're expendable.
That is so rude.
I know.
And she said that in front of their faces.
I know. And Jenny admitted that she can't compete with these strong women. And the Donald agreed. She needs to go to the Olympics and win another gold medal.
Gotta train for those Olympics because they're coming up this summer.
So you're fired.
Aww,
Sorry, Jenny, you're fired.
Bad.
You know, this whole show is BS anyway. Nobody's gotten fired for the right reasons yet. So next week, it's going to be a scandal with Vinny.
Vinny kills a man. No,
My advice to you kids, cover your kneecaps. They might get busted.
Yep.
So, until next week.
Much love.